Andreas Raelert still moving. Man, that's the picture we all wanted to see. Andreas Raelert looks so good when he's on this run course. He looks like he's running fast, but doesn't look like he's pushing out of control like we've seen in the years past. Sometimes it looks like he can be chasing, and it's a pace that it's obvious he can't maintain. But Andreas Raelert looks so smooth. It's so hard to count him out. I think we're going to have a battle with Tim O'Donnell, obviously, but Jan Frodeno and him are right now the class runners at the front of this race. Tim O'Donnell being so tough, and I think we forget. I think Tim O'Donnell went sub 8 hours. He's gone sub 8 hours twice, so he has the run speed to be with these guys. He had an amazing bike ride today. Paced himself perfectly to get off the front a little bit with those other two athletes. So right now, these podium athletes have put themselves almost out of touch. Andy Potts is now 6 minutes back, so a further 3 minutes behind Andreas Raelert, and it seems that Sebastian Kienle has just is slowly degrading in his pace right now, just holding on to fourth place, but it looks like Andy Potts is going to come up onto Sebastian here pretty quick. But look at Andreas.
Andy's running into the energy lab at the right at this point in time. He's looking over his right shoulder, straight ahead to the right. He wants to see down the road exactly where they are right now. I do believe that he thinks he's still in with a chance to win this race. Now, right up ahead is Timothy O'Donnell, but Timothy at this point is only 1 minute ahead of Andy.
Yeah.
And then 1 minute ahead of that is, actually 2 minutes ahead of that is Jan Frodeno. So Jan Frodeno is holding on to a 2 minute and 10-second advantage over USA's Timothy O'Donnell, and a further 1 minute back is Andy Raelert from Germany. Now, Andy's already been second in this race, and third in this race, and fourth in this race, and he knows exactly what it takes to get up to the front. Now, his wife is expecting their first child coming up in the new year. I think that he's really excited at the moment and wants to go home with a big gift for his lovely wife.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's a little extra motivation. We've seen that here in years past, athletes motivated by another special package on the way. Jan Frodeno's got one as well, so it might be the battle of the best birthday present for these two athletes up front. But Andreas Raelert, he didn't come here for another second place or another third place. I think we always kind of thought at some point he was going to win this race, and he kind of sloughed off in the last couple years, and he hasn't gone up with that performance. Like we saw him in with a sniff, as you might say, to win against Chris McCormick in years past, coming down Polani shoulder to shoulder. We thought if he didn't win that year, he was going to win the next year after that. So right now, Andreas Raelert doing his best. Greg, I would, being a betting man that I am, I would bet that someone in Jan Frodeno's camp told him, Andreas is coming, you need to start pushing the pace. Maybe you think you're comfortable with Tim O'Donnell behind you, but Andreas is absolutely rolling, and you need to put your head down and keep that pace up and make him earn it, because that's the way you beat Andreas Raelert, is make him work too hard too soon, and then he might falter a little bit, but if you don't make him push the entire time, he's going to come and get you and going to drop you in the end.
Well, in a very short moment, we got Jan Frodeno turning around at the run turnaround of the Newton Run course. Now everything is pointed back toward town for Jan Frodeno as he heads around the turn and making his way back into town. And at this time, I'd like to bring in Michael Lovato, who's standing by with our tri-clubs.
The second